reason that I started this video out with me weighing myself was just because I wanted you guys to see how much I'm weighing after being on this bulk for a pretty long time now. I've actually been hovering around the same weight since the beginning of this bulk. I started and I was probably around like 200 pounds, and I've pretty much been hovering around like 200 to like 207 this whole time. So like if you look back on my old weight, let me show you this. So even if you look back at June, I've kind of hovered around 207, then I was at 200 pounds, and then I've kind of been around, like, I haven't been weighing myself very much, honestly, and then I've been around like 200 to 207 pounds. I kind of just wanted to bring that up because honestly I've been getting a lot of people that are being like, yo, you're getting so fat now, and you're like, it looks like you're not even like, there's so many comments. So I wanted to show you guys that I honestly haven't really put on that much weight in this bulk, considering it's been over what, like 13, 14, 15 weeks. So I haven't put on that much weight, which makes me really happy because I was that person that was really concerned about putting on way too much weight way too fast, and that just hasn't happened. And that really is a huge win for me, just in general, being able to eat more food and stuff and not feeling like I'm gonna put on weight automatically. I'm gonna go back, balloon back up to 360 pounds. So I just wanted to show you guys that, just to show you that I'm not like putting on massive amounts of weight at like super fast. Like if you are planning on bulking, definitely do it as slowly as you can, so you're not putting on any unnecessary fat. Are you excited to work out?
Oh, I'm so excited. Back in San Diego finally.
Can I have a high five? Nope. High five. I like. Are you excited to work out? What the dork, right? Dork. Really good back, bicep, and tricep workout. I asked you guys to ask me some questions on Twitter, so let's go home and answer those questions. All right, so I asked you guys to ask me questions on my Twitter, so if you're not following me on Twitter, go ahead and do that. So I wanted it to be a little bit different of a Q&A, because usually the Q&As, the questions become the same. So what I asked you guys to ask me was, I want questions that are regarding the beginning of weight loss. So I wanted to talk about the beginning of my journey, beginning of someone else's journey, just the beginning of weight loss. Now, that being said, not all the questions that I got were about that, so I might answer some different ones because might as well answer as many questions as I can. But that being said, I will go ahead and answer this. The first question that I got, so I feel like I should answer that first one, is from Vern Wagner. He said, what was different in your diet back when you started compared to now? And as far as then he asked supplements as well, so what different supplements did I take? And then he said, I'm 15 pounds into my weight loss journey. First off, congratulations, man. That is awesome. So when I first started losing weight, I've talked about this before, but I didn't really know what I was doing, so I was very limited in my calories. I would really limit pretty much everything that I ate. So a pretty typical day for me in the very beginning of my weight loss journey, I would say, and this was like when I was getting into it, like really trying to like be good. In all reality, I was just cutting my calories too low. Would be 1 packet of plain oats, so that's 100 calories, okay? 1 packet, one of those little satchels that you can get. 1 packet of plain oats, and then this is when I was working at Vaughn's. I was working 2 jobs, Vaughn's and Vans. I would go to Vaughn's and I would work until usually about like 11 at night. Oh yeah, so this was after I quit Vans and I was only working at Vaughn's full time. I would eat about when I would get on my break, it would be about a few hours after I'd ate my oats, I would eat a little side salad that they sold there, and then I would eat maybe like an apple as well. And then for dinner, I would eat maybe like a chicken salad, or I would eat maybe like if my mom made like pasta or something like that, I would eat a very small serving, and I'm not kidding, like a very tiny one. So the calories that I would end up eating throughout the whole day, and then if I was hungry, say I was like really hungry throughout the day, I would eat maybe like an apple or an orange, or just some sort of piece of fruit, right? So that was pretty much my my diet as far as then. And then you guys see I don't really need to explain my diet now because you guys see the Feeding the Beast videos, and I am trying to gain weight now, so it's a little bit different. And then as far as supplements go, when I was first losing weight, I didn't have money for supplements, and supplements for weight loss, there's nothing really that works that much. Like there's supplements to get protein in, there's supplements for pre-workout, there's creatine. You know, you guys know what I take now. Like pretty much all I take now is a multivitamin, a fish oil, creatine, pre-workout, and then like protein powders. That's all I'll ever take. And when I first started losing weight, I didn't take anything because one, I couldn't afford it, and everything, it just, like, I don't believe promises like that. Like, take this fat burner and you'll automatically burn fat. That just doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem like that's true. So I just didn't ever trust them, so I never took them. So that's what, as far as my supplementation went, as far as losing weight. Carly Weaver asks, how many calories do you eat in a day to still lose weight but still eat just right for your body? So what I think she was trying to ask is how many calories did you eat to lose weight? Or how many calories should somebody eat to lose weight? That is a question that I don't think anybody can really answer definitively, because everybody is different. And I know it sounds silly and everyone says it, but everyone's different. Everyone's calorie needs are different. If you're a 250-pound guy that's going to the gym, you're gonna need more calories than a 130-pound girl that maybe is just, you know, not doing much with her, whatever, you know? Everybody is different. The calorie needs that you're gonna need is different. The bigger you are, the more calories you need to sustain being that big. So it's hard to say. What I would recommend is look up TDEE. That means total daily energy expenditure. Look that up online, figure out what your TDEE is, and then what you're gonna wanna try and do is eat about maybe 300 to 500 calories less than that, and you will lose weight, because calories in versus calories out. You cannot gain weight if you're at a caloric deficit. A caloric deficit means that you are eating less calories are going into your body than you are consuming. No, less calories are going into your body than so you're burning off more calories than are going into your body. Jeez. So that's how you lose weight. That's the big secret. That's what everyone, I don't know, for some reason people don't say very much, but that's how it works. You eat less calories than you are burning. That's how it works. So burn more calories than you're eating, you will lose weight. There's no magic number that I could give to you to say eat this many calories to lose weight. Now, it's very easy to totally undereat and say, I could say like eat 700 calories and you'll lose weight. Yeah, you'll lose weight, but you'll be incredibly unhealthy. That's not good for you. You don't want to do that. So what I would recommend, look up TDEE, total daily energy expenditure, find out what it is and try and eat less than that, and you should lose weight. And if you're not, maybe increase the cardio that you're doing or decrease the calories. I always recommend not to decrease too much because you don't want to be at a point where you're kind of like starving yourself, so just be smart about it. Mark Oliver asks, he says, what was your goal when you started? How much muscle / how big were you looking to get? When I first started, I never thought I would ever, and I'm not kidding when I say this, I never thought I would have a body that people would look at and be like, wow, he looks fit. Like, I never thought that I would have that. I just wanted to lose the weight because when I was at my biggest, I wasn't living anymore. I've said that before. I was just existing in this life, right? So I just wanted to be done with that. So that was my main goal. And then as I think with anybody that's lost a lot of weight, you get to a point where you thought you would be happy and you realize, oh wow, I can just work harder and get to this point, or I could work harder and get to this point. So it kind of just became like I would hit the goal that I thought I wanted to make for myself, and then I would realize, oh, all I have to do is work this a little bit harder, and I can have this much better of a result. So that's kind of how it happened. It was just like I was excited to hit a goal, and then I'll be like, oh wow, I could just work this hard and hit this other goal. So that's kind of how that worked out. Faze Ali asks, he said, how satisfying was it to see your weight, see the weight go down on the scale each time you stood on it, and how much did you lose per month? Now this is hard to really answer because obviously I was really excited to see the scale go down. I remember when I hit under 300 pounds and I saw like 299 pounds on the scale, I was I was blown away because I never thought that I would ever see under 200 pounds, or under 300 pounds ever again in my life on a scale. I never thought that would happen. And then as far as how much weight I lost in per month, it really depended. Like obviously, so the bigger you are, I hate to say this, but the bigger you are, the easier it is to lose massive amounts of weight, right? If you're 400 pounds, it's a lot easier to lose 20 pounds than if you're 250 pounds, you're trying to lose 20 pounds. It's just how it works. So it really depended. I don't really have the answer for that, like how much weight I ended up losing per month. It really varied a lot. Cedric Boyd, so he asked, when did you begin incorporating lifting instead of just cardio? So a lot of you guys know, I got another question asking like how much cardio did you do when you started? So when I first started, I only did cardio because that's all I knew what to do. So I would do 15 minutes on the stair climber, 15 minutes on the elliptical, 15 minutes on a bike, and then 15 minutes walking on the treadmill. That was my whole workout. I did that for a long time, and then I ended up getting bored of it. So I lost a lot of weight doing that, but I didn't build any muscle. So I got really bored doing that, and then I ended up stopping going to the gym. I didn't even go anymore. And then I ended up thinking in my head, I was thinking about joining the military, and I knew that you had to do a certain amount of push-ups, sit-ups. You had to be able to be slightly physical, right? So I remember I was like really thinking about it. Like I was ready. I talked to a recruiter and everything. So I started going to the gym again, and literally me lifting was a result of me trying to get into the military. So this was like pretty much after I had lost most of my weight. And so maybe about a year and 3 months into my weight loss is when I started lifting. Now, saying that, that's not what I would recommend. That's not the most optimal way to do it. I recommend always lift. Now, if you're 400 pounds, yeah, like you don't need to lift for most of your workout, but I would recommend always doing some sort of weight training. No matter what it is that you're doing, I would always recommend trying to build muscle, because the more muscle you have, the more calories you can eat, and that's always a good thing. Desiree Ramos asks, this is a good question. Did you consider yourself a food addict / compulsive overeater in the beginning? If so, any things you did to fight through that? Now, I definitely thought of myself as someone that, I overate every single day pretty much, right? And as far as like emotional eating, yeah, definitely. That's pretty much where everything came from. If I was mad, I overate. If I was sad, I overate. If I was happy, I ate to celebrate. So everything revolved around food, and it wasn't until I kind of tried to disconnect that and disconnect my happiness with food until I was really able to see results. Now, it's hard for me to say like what I did to get through that. I just kind of told myself that I have to do this. Like, I don't have a choice in this. I don't have a choice in, I have to do this or I'm gonna die. That's pretty much how I felt really at the beginning of my journey. Like, I have to do this or I am going to die early. Obviously everybody's gonna die, but I'm gonna die earlier than I should, and it's only because of the choices that I made and the things that I've done to myself. So there's not really any, that would be the tip I could give you, is just really think about the consequences that overeating is doing to you, and think, is that worth it? Is that really is that really worth your life, you know? This question is kind of similar to one of the other ones that I've already answered, but I figured I'd answer anyway. So Jenna Moltier, I think I'm absolutely sure I said that wrong. But how did it feel to see results through your own eyes and pictures? So this is kind of different than the scale, but I remember the first picture I ever posted as far as like a transformation picture goes, I had only lost maybe about 30 pounds, but it was really evident to me. And it's a picture it was funny. My mom actually ended up printing it out and like gave it to me. And I just remember I was so proud of myself because I had never lost enough weight to where it was like noticeable in like a side-by-side picture. So this was the first time I'd ever like lost enough weight to where it was pretty noticeable if you put the picture side to side. And I can't explain that feeling. It's better than anything I've ever felt before. It's just that sense of accomplishment that you get, that sense of, because like I've always thought of myself as a good person. I never thought of myself as less of a human because I was overweight, but I definitely felt like I was never as proud of myself as I could be, because I felt like that was always kind of like looming over me, always over me. And so it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. Everyone that has had that, been able to do that before and after picture and have those comments of people saying like, wow, I'm really proud of you. It's a feeling that I can't explain, and that I really can't, I can't put into words. It's amazing. And it's the best thing that I really hope that anybody that's out there that's trying to lose weight can get to that point, because it will push you to go even further. So that being said, I want to end this Q&A right here and end this video right here, because this Q&A went a lot longer than I thought it would. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the support. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys. Seriously, you guys are just the best. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. There's one other thing that I wanted to say. Oh yeah, look how buff I am.